number of times long before they became head coaches. Tonight, their teams battle it out to begin the new season. It is underway. Virginia wins the tip, and the Hoos will have first crack at it. There is that movement you've come to expect from Virginia on the opening possession of the year. Beekman kicks, done for three, and it'll rattle down. Virginia strikes first. McKneely and Beekman, who we discussed, Rhodey, and of course Groves, the transfer from Oklahoma. So many transfers we'll be discussing throughout the night, Ty, that will be key this year.
Absolutely, and in this season, as we see another three-pointer up and good. Andrew Rhodey getting it on the fun, knocking down that three-point shot from up top.
Speaking of transfers, the St. Thomas transfer involved, and here's the familiar face. Beekman slams it home. We were told by Coach Bennett this week that it was a slow-starting Virginia team in their two exhibitions. Off to a quick start here. He said the second half was so much better. 8-4 start for UVA. McKneely tries a three.
Wow.
True. Shot right at 40% a year ago from beyond the arc. Off to a solid start thus far. This is going to rattle off the back of the rim. Shot followed nicely, and that putback will go down for Ja'Cory Smith. More of just what you called for here, Ty, and another chance for McKneely off it. And he capitalizes again.
Ready to catch and shoot with his hands up, and he knocks down his second triple of this ball game.
Backing Groves down to the bucket and laying home another bucket.
Where UVA is having some trouble is their defense is meant to keep the ball out of the middle, and Tarleton State has been able to get in there, but another person able to get into the middle on that one is Beekman with the score. Let that one fly because they got a paint touch and they were able to get a shot up.
Speaking of open, you can't be more so than Leon Bond III was right there. The mid-major, and what a complete offensive player he can be. Loses the handle here, and Tarleton in transition. Laid home as there's a basket for Benjamin. Changed here today in terms of trailing by this much, double digits. First time that had happened with the team Billy Gillespie regularly takes on the road. How about this slice to the bucket? 25 points in that scrimmage at home at historic Wisdom Gym came from beyond the arc. Thought maybe they would need that. Virginia at times susceptible to that. Shoe's been on the other foot, and then they're getting contributions from everyone, including Bond III.
They haven't taken a ton of them, but when you get the opportunity to have no one in your face, those big defenders by UVA, you got to knock it down.
Isn't it amazing? As is this work. You see a breather coming for Ja'Cory Smith on the Tarleton State side of things. Just the fifth team foul against Virginia. There it is. You called for it. The first three ball of the night. In this first. And, and a nice crowd tonight in behind this group, too. It speaks to what's been built here in Charlottesville.
I'm loving it. The student section is exciting. McKneely, another three up and good. It's all flowing. We can't let them get another one off. Make them put the basketball on the ground. Results in a turnover.
Couple of buckets for Ja'Cory Smith, couple of buckets for Gaddy, who's not in the personnel grouping right now. And as we say, those two are at the head of the stat sheet.
Beekman got caught on the other side, and perfect read by Tarleton State to be able to score that one. But he makes up for it with the and one, and going to be going to the free throw line.
Around the land, and certainly here for UVA tonight. Nice cut, and Minor couldn't quite finish, but guess who's there?
And I also love, he's another guy who draws a comparison to a former UVA standout, Justin Anderson. And you can see it with how agile he is, his athleticism.
Need to bring the ball up the floor and control it. His team now. And on this final possession of the half, he slices through and puts the exclamation point on the opening half of basketball. Reece Beekman cleans it up.
Two good looks by Tarleton State on that possession, able to get into the paint, but
more of the same from McKneely. Picks up right where he left off.
Of this game with ease.
Saw Tony Bennett there, 15 years in now as at Virginia.
First postseason invitation last year to the CBI, and they accepted it. So a lot in store for this Tarleton State team, and a lot in store. Sam Hauser plays for the Celtics now, spent some time in the G League with the Maine Red Claws, who can absolutely fill it up and shoot that basketball, and we saw that on that last possession. Specifically, and we're searching for someone with his ability to knock down shots and to be able to stretch the floor. And we have to mention about Jake, when he was at Eastern Washington, he was a walk-on at first. He worked his way up in the ranks to be a starter.
Up to the wing and putting it on the floor. All kind of disruption from Beekman, but somehow maintaining control of the basketball is Williams, and he will be rewarded. NCAA tournament in year 2. You may remember in that 2004 NCAA tournament, they had Maryland on the ropes, nearly had them beat when he was there. So it's somewhat of a homecoming for him.
They have the subs, but you want your experienced guys to be able to play.
It is depth unlike you'll see elsewhere, and a big-time bounce back on the other end as Williams lays this home. You said so many coming from so many different places, just the sheer numbers on the roster, and it speaks to the opportunities that are being given to so many of these Tarleton Texans to make their mark. Try to make his way toward, already eclipsing the second half of 10 on the rebound side. He's got 6 of those. He's got 10 points already.
Well, it's definitely been by committee to try to put them in this game and able to come up with the steal there. Izzy Miles with the easy one in transition, and UVA, they got to tighten it up here.
In that situation with the third foul. Nice back door. It's kicked back out to Groves, and he'll make it count. And perhaps because of the moment, they needed something with Tarleton making that run, and Virginia gets it, but the bank open up top, and that comes home for Barnes. Here's Beekman. The kick. Groves again. Second answer for the transfer.
Get into UVA's set.
Working with the left-hand dribble. Gets it to Beekman. He sees a wide open look, and another 3. Added Matthew Cleveland from FSU. Really hinges on Nigel Pack. One of the best in the ACC. What can happen there? And just a tremendous year. About the moment perhaps coming your way.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, look at this.
That he's supposed to be at the right time on the floor. Shot goes up, nobody puts a body on him, on your head, nearly, and that gets the crowd excited in here once again. I mean, just amazing athleticism to go up for that putback dunk. Well, I didn't even really realize that.
Didn't know it.
Yeah, didn't even have an idea or a clue. And second, it just comes down to preseason stuff. It's just what it is. A scoring standpoint, able to put up 73 points on the board.
I have to love what he said. He said it gives you the opportunity to stay faithful and true to your values, something you'll no doubt see. Late moments, in fact, at just over a moment. Remaining as Harris handles it up top. Calling for the basketball is Howe, and he just misses as he connects with the iron. Harris thought about stepping into it. As we go inside a minute, here's Howe, tried to lay it backward, won't go down. Fans are in behind him, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great look by Dante Harris, right? You find Howe on the cut.
Tonight, alongside those 9 rebounds, that trio really stepping up for UVA from a point standpoint. Here's another 3, and that rims out. The separation as 2 of the storied head coaches in the game of college basketball meet to shake hands one more time. This college basketball game, this season opener.